Evening, everybody, and welcome to Backfire Simsport TV. I'm Clyde Whiting, and I have a box of chocolates. Just thought I'd let you know that. Tonight we bring you the BSTV GT4 TCR Challenge, Season 1, Round 12, from Circuit Gilles Villeneuve in Montreal, Canada. In the booth with me tonight, I have Pete Bingham. Good evening, Pete.
Good evening, Clyde. Good evening, everybody. Clyde doesn't need... The last thing that Clyde needs is more chocolates. He'll never fit inside his BSTV t-shirt.
Which I'm actually wearing at the moment. Also in the booth, we have Holy Mackerel himself, Bill Switzer.
Holy mackerel. Good evening, Clyde. Good evening, everybody.
And running all the bells and whistles in the background, we have Sam Boozin.
Hello, everybody.
So, guys, Montreal, Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, a track that I personally like. Yes, you heard that right. I do actually like a track. We've got a bit of a shortened grid tonight. I've had people telling me they're on holiday and people at work. So we've seen in the past, even with a smaller grid, we get some fantastic racing. And Pete, this track does allow for fantastic racing because it's got its twisty sections, it's got its mega fast sections, it's got the wall of champions, it's got everything.
It does, yeah. Not many tracks you find with 3 chicanes, all different types of chicanes as well. And the one that Stuart's approaching here is a chicane of sorts as well. Two turns close together. You're right. This circuit is technically an advanced ability circuit. That if you get your lines wrong, you lose lots of time. You don't necessarily crash too much around here, although there are certain places where it attracts that. I think it'll be a very competitive race. I don't see the TCRs breaking up too much this time, so I think cameras are going to be on them a lot again. And I don't think the GT4s are going to split too much either. I have done a few laps this evening around here as a sighter, so that I knew what I was talking about. I'm more professional than the rest of you, clearly. And I'll talk about that later on when you want me
to. We might give that a miss, actually. Bill.
Oh, that's shocking.
Probably the most famous part of this circuit, Wall of Champions. Now, we've seen, we always go back to our V8 experience. We've seen people in that wall in the V8s. We've seen people in that wall in real life. It is tricky to get right, isn't it? Because, you've got them, high curbs and lots of turning, and if you get it wrong, that wall just sucks you in.
Yeah, it certainly does, and you have to hope that your car's handling really well, and it's a very precise thing to miss that wall. I kind of call it the wall of shame. My name's on there about 29 times. I'll tell you, I've hit that front, back, sideways, whichever way you can hit it. I find Pete mentioned that it's a pretty technical track, and I find it very technical. I think it's a very tough track to get around well. But it's an interesting track. It's a hard track, and I think it's kind of made for these type of GT4, TCR type vehicles. I think it's perfect for this. The one thing is, though, unless it's changed recently, it's very tough on time delay if you go off too far and stuff. Boy, they're really wicked here. I mean, you go off like 2 feet off the white line, you're waiting for like 4.5 seconds and stuff. It's really tough, I'll tell you. So you really have to stay on the track here. But it should be very interesting this evening.
Yeah, I had a message from Carl Hardy. He was doing some practice, and he was getting slowdowns and big slowdowns. One was a 4.6 second slowdown in 3 different parts of the track. So, the guys are going to have to watch that. So, qualifying is on. We'll get back to that in a second. We'll just quickly run through the standings as they are at present. So we've got tonight and next week left, and then it will be the end of season 1. Andrew Hopley has a pretty much unassailable lead in the GT4s. However, we haven't declared him champion yet because you can get incident. You do lose points for every incident point you get. So, you know, he's quite capable of getting 400 incident points here and at the Charlotte Roval. So, you know, he might not win it yet. It's not mathematically over. But at the moment, he's well ahead. Stuart Dick is in third. Craig Cameron... Stuart Dick is in second. Craig Cameron is in third. And Tom Stanley in fourth, with Roman Ratu in fifth. And then into the TCRs. Now, Kevin Veermont has got the biggest lead he's had all season. And when I say that, it's only 60 points over Chris Shaw. Carl Hardy sits in third. Scott Malcolm sits in fourth. And Frank Tibosh in fifth. So, gents, qualifying. As we stand, we have got Stuart Dick currently sitting on pole in GT4s and Kevin Veermont on pole in TCR. Now, is Andrew Hopley doing a start from the back stroke pit speed?
It would be very unlike him if he did. I suppose he might do. And that would be, well, that's called throwing the gauntlet down, really, isn't it? It's one of those statements that you make only once and only when you're confident. Jamie Jeffrey appears to be doing the same thing. But he's not done any practice laps, so he's even more bold with it. I'm interested to see whether Jamie Wilson manages to gain the, well, it's not even 0.1 of a second, and take that lead away, take that pole position away from Kevin Veermont. I think that's where our tightest race is going to be. But that said, if Andrew Hopley does do a back of the field start, it opens up the window to anybody having a pop for the front line, doesn't it?
Well, I have to say that the one thing, Andrew Hopley, of course, has been king of the kids all year, but I have to tell you, it was very refreshing to see at VIR, Virginia International Raceway, that he had a little bit of competition there. He had to work for that one, and it was good to see that, you know, some of the other guys are putting some time into it. They're really getting it and devoting a lot of time and effort to this, and it's great to see, and that makes it a heck of a lot more fun and interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting again that Double R is right up there in qualifying. So you know, he went really well at Virginia. For those of you watching, we've announced to the guys in the league today that we are doing a season 2. And we will be introducing a teams championship. We go public with it on Monday. So if anybody who's watching wants to take part and you're not already in the league, wait till Monday and you'll be able to sign up.
I have a question.
Go for it.
We're live on YouTube. How is this not public?
Because it's not posted anywhere yet, so nobody can actually sign up.
Okay, well, our thousands of viewers will spread the word very, very shortly, so it'll all be fine.
And most of our viewers are asleep anyway. They don't wake up till 5 minutes from the end.
Some of the commentators are as well.
They wait till they get a holy mackerel before they wake up.
Yeah, that might do it.
So we are literally seconds away from the checkers coming out.
Yeah, we'll let the last of them go across the line because there will be some. These guys, no, they're not going to get across again, are they? But others will be still completing their laps, so you never know.
Checkers out. Excuse me, Pete.
No, that's fine, Bill. That was a bit enthusiastic from Chris Shaw coming through the last chicane there. They do take an awful lot of curb around that last chicane, it has to be said. I've seen a few cars flying through the air.
Yeah, well, I think if you got your car set up soft enough, you can do it, can't you? But if you run it really stiff, you know, you can get some big air, can't you? There'll be some good pictures there from Mr. Hopley.
Mr. Stanley decided he didn't like the left-hand side of his car.
He wants new fenders or new wings or whatever you guys call them.
Anybody still on track? No.
I think that's it. Yeah.
Right, I'll run through GT4s then, shall I? I've got what?
Just wait for the session to
you've
click
got
over.
time.
Well, I'm just trying to be. Oh dear, professionalism.
Yeah, on this one you don't have to rush through the grid because they have the pace laps to do and such. So yeah, I can
It's one of
display
the updated tracks, as in they're going to start from anywhere other than the start line on their pace.
maybe they start from the back straight, but anyway, you will have more time to run through the grid. There's not a lot of people, and this way I can show the grid on screen before you start. This is the main thing.
So this is what it is, people. Waiting for Sam to get his act together.
I'm thrilled that Tilke hasn't got a hold of this track yet.
Yeah, I don't think he will either, Bill. I think
Nah.
it's too good in its current format.
Boy, there was a horrific accident here years ago. Formula One, amazing. Didn't get killed. I can't even tell you what year it was, but it was down in the real tight hairpin.
Mm-hmm.
Formula One came down through there. I can't even tell you who was driving or anything, but like got airborne and went sailing across the center of that to the other side of the track. Unbelievable! Wow.
That's
The
crazy.
wheels and suspension and everything came off it, and guy climbed out of the car. I couldn't believe it. Wow, unbelievable.
It's good when they climb out though.
I don't feature Formula One cars on this track. It's pretty tight, pretty fast. Not much room to make mistakes, that's for sure. Of course, we have to be nice, positive about this track because it's a Canadian track, and I'm sure our Canadian friends and teammates are listening, so we have to be nice.
Oh, absolutely.
No, you can go for the grid, Pete, if you want.
Well, I don't know whether I'll bother now, to be honest.
Take your time.
It's a bit old hat, isn't it? I'll go on then. It's only fair for the viewers. So your pole man will be Stuart Dick tonight. He will be next to Romain Rateau, or Double R, as he's more affectionately known in our league. Tom Stanley will go off third. Craig Cameron will go off fourth. Triple A, or Abdul Al-Amri, will go off fifth. Robert Schoenleber will be sixth. Robert Venn will be seventh. Andrew Hopley will be eighth, providing he forms up. And Jamie Jeffrey will be ninth, providing he forms up as well. Hopefully they're on the grid and racing those last two.
And I did see Jamie Jeffrey take a half a lap, but he spun, so.
Right, okay, fair enough. Shall I do TCRs as well? I think I should.
You're on a roll now, Pete.
I am on a roll, yeah. Cheeky. Kevin Viermont will be your pole man for TCR. He fended off Jamie Wilson, who will start second. Chris Shaw will be third. Carl Hardy will be fourth. His nemesis, we say that in inverted commas, absolutely, will be David Ayres off fifth, and Frank T-Bosch, their teammate, will be sixth.
Yeah, I'm expecting 2 groups of 3 in TCR. Just looking at them.
I am as well.
Yeah,
it's going to be a result clothing threesome, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where we won't be able to tell which car's which.
Yeah, and they'll just crash into each other anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
And just before we get rolling, some hellos on the chat. Marco Luert, Andrew Hopley was obviously watching us for a little while. Ben Cullen, who's pretending to be at work. And Nikolai Bogatarev.
Okay, they're off on our pace lap. The TCRs are hanging back a little bit.
If Hopley really concentrates, he might win this. Someone's doing a Bingham at the front there. Who was that? Is that...
I didn't see it, to be honest.
No? I think it was Stuart.
Really? Huh. Looks like a Delaware double restart. We got one guy out in front of everybody here.
Here we go, we're going.
We're off. We are green.
Okay, green flag. Down in the very tricky chicane, first chicane.
Yeah, especially on cold tyres as well.
Definitely. And the TCRs are off. Kevin Viemont streaks out in the front with Jamie Wilson hot after him. Kevin Viemont? Nope, that's not Kevin Viemont. Who is that? Chris Shaw, sorry.
Nice to see Marco Lua is backing us up about the result liveries on the chat. Let's give them guys as much stick as we possibly can.
By all means.
So the GT4 field even
Wow, nice camera
hasn't
shot.
split at all yet.
Oh,
Ooh, now
whoa,
that
just
looked
lost
a
it.
little testy.
Oh dear.
Yes.
Oh, that's not how they designed that one, is it?
Was it just a little bit too much gas coming out of the chicane, or did he take one of the curbs?
It's cold tyres. He didn't take any curb. He's just
just too much gas, wasn't it?
Wow. Oh yeah, he flattened his nose.
He certainly does. Oh, here we go. Drag race. Double R.
Double R and Tom Stanley.
Yeah, defending his position. Tom's done this.
Wow.
Yeah, those chicanes.
And Triple A is going to do him as well.
Yeah, them chicanes are not too bad, are they? Because if you take the outside line on the way in, you've got the inside line for the next part of it.
That's
so.
true.
Double R's been mugged by Asymmetry there. Or Asymmetric, sorry. I'll just rename that company now, shall I? It's not enough that I do the names wrong, I have to do the sponsors wrong as well. Ooh! Robert, where you going, mate?
That was a light wrap. Go ahead, Robert.
It
Keep
was.
on going.
He just
Joey
polished
Wilson
the corner of the
has
car.
gone for the lead.
He has, and he's done more than gone for it. He's absolutely nailed that.
He sure did.
Carl Hardy's trying his best to stay with Chris Shaw, but I don't think he's going to manage it necessarily.
Yeah, he's pushing pretty good back there.
He is. He's kind of in that void between the last two and the top three. And here we go. This argument's going to carry on all day, I think. So Stuart Dick's going to get a reprieve here, and he's going to be away down the road. That was wide.
Yeah, that was Andrew Hopley running over our camera just then.
Yeah,
Probably in
rude,
the
isn't it?
background there.
Yeah. Sorry, Clyde will wake up eventually, Bill.
He's been really busy, isn't he? He's having a tough time being a semi-pensioner right now. So.
One of the great unwashed.
Well, it's not as easy as it sounds, is it, Clyde?
I'm having a tough time eating this box of chocolates and talking to you.
Andrew Hopley steps out, shows his nose. Doesn't necessarily do much with it, though. Tom Stanley not in a place to do what he did last time round.
Boy, I'm impressed
Stepped
with...
right out. Why did he do that? He's got a slow down.
Ah, yeah.
Where's he picked that up?
In that chicane.
Yeah, coming out of the second part of the chicane.
If you go too much curve, you get it.
Wow. That seemed really harsh because I didn't think he'd left the track that far.
Well, it doesn't take
Ooh, here
much
we go.
around here. Whoa!
We got formation.
That was a heck
zigzag
of
at
a
the
move.
minute.
Look at this.
Triple A.
Whoa.
Oh, it's in turn.
Oh, that's
Oh.
too bad.
I
That's
think
too
he
bad.
was
That's a shame.
just
He was helped a
inches
little
not
tiny
clear, was he?
bit.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, that looked painful as well.
That looked like a possible T-bone that time.
Yeah. Who's that? Is that Double R?
That's double R.
Yeah,
Oh,
he went wide on that one.
Well, he got utterly mugged as well, didn't he? So, was he the one that turned
Yes.
Abdul? Yeah. I mean, it was
Jamie.
such a slight brush, wasn't it?
Yeah, just barely touched him. Doesn't take much.
And Triple A's ended up behind Rob Venn because he ended up facing the wrong way. Here we go. Here we go. Here's the replay. So he's sets himself up, or tries to.
That was a gutsy move, I'll tell you.
Well, he was late on the brakes. Ooh.
Oh, too bad.
He
There was netcode involved in that as well.
There was, because the cars were they were on one bit, weren't they? If you know what I mean.
What did Double R do? Did he get damage, or was he waiting, trying to wait for Triple A?
Oh, I don't know. He's tried to wait.
He hasn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then he's realised, hang on a minute, I'm going to let the entire field go in.
Yeah.
Good effort there, Double R.
Yeah, I think that's...
Triple A was a little bit too far back for that, wasn't he?
Double R's in the pit.
Oh, he is?
Might have been damage. Might have been.
But what damage are you going to pick up doing that?
I don't know.
Maybe front end.
Oh, I hope he doesn't quit out.
Well, I saw the front panel get pushed out there. And
Yeah.
Right there.
So good evening to David Heavey and Wayne Sanderson on the chat. Nice to have you with us, guys. So, where's Hopley? Third at the moment.
And he's not really had to do anything at all.
And he's just
The
riding
front
along
of that
behind.
BMW caved in as well.
Sorry? Craig Cameron?
Yeah.
When did that happen? You're right, he's definitely got damage there. I thought Andrew Hopley was going to sort out the back end of his car there.
Wow, he slowed immensely just then.
So this is Stuart Dick is almost 6 seconds, or he is 6 seconds in the lead now.
Yep, he's checked out. Be interesting to see if Andrew Hopley crosses that gap, if he manages to get past Craig Cameron.
Double R still in the pits.
That's very strange. Do we have fast repairs in this series? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe he's... oh, that's where he's got some damage, because the old front's cleaned up.
That's where Craig Cameron got
That's where
damage.
Craig got his damage from.
Yeah. Thanks, Sam. Close, isn't it? Wow.
Yes, Tom Stanley on Robert Schernleber.
So I still don't understand why Double R was in the... Oh, dear. Andrew Hopley. He is human. I still don't understand why Double R was in the pits for so long.
No.
Really odd.
I'm sure we'll find out in the interviews. May have been self-flagellation.
I guess so. It's funny how much front end damage each of these cars have got. They've all got matching front end damage.
Excuse me?
In fact, Robert Schönleber's car is the least damaged car on the track, and even he's touched the wall.
So Stuart Dick is 7.4 seconds ahead of Andrew Hopley in second.
So, did I miss the Andrew Hopley Craig Cameron switch for position?
You did, yes.
Yeah.
And Marco Luert's come up with a good idea on Double R. Perhaps he needed a poo.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Poo break.
Wow.
Who was it in V8s we used to say gone and done
Nicole Foggy, wasn't it?
done a foggy. Needed a foggy, sorry.
That's what happens if you don't have your pre-race poo.
Yeah. I have to admit though, I've done an in inverted commas extended pit stop before, a few times actually.
Ooh.
Oh.
Stanley's blinking in and out too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Front of his car seems to be flattened as well.
Yes, he was in that concertina effect, I think.
Double R's chasing, Triple A's chasing Jamie Jeffrey.
He is, and I don't know why, but I feel I should be surprised that he's not got past Jamie Jeffrey.
Jamie Jeffrey's not easy to pass, is he? We've seen that before.
No, it's true. And Robert Schönleber's keeping Tom Stanley behind him.
Maybe Tom's got some problems also.
Yeah, I mean, look at the distance that Roberts pulled on him there. Oh, here we go. This is a drag race to the hairpin. Now, Jamie's got the right line for this. And AAA does not, so he's going to have to fall back in line again. So that's good car positioning from Jamie Jeffrey.
Well, AAA is trying a couple things to try to get by anyway.
He is, and that BMW should have the grunt to get through here, under speed at least.
Jamie Jeffries defending.
Yep.
Big time.
He's compromised his own line into the chicane here, so AAA is talking again. Yep.
Here.
He gets down the inside.
He's still not going to have the right-hand turn line, is he? So if Jamie can stay on the outside, he will retain the position, which he's going to do. Great positioning again from Jamie Jeffrey.
Wow. That's a good battle right
He's
there.
got across the front of him and stopped the move. Now, this is where AAA ended up in some tears before, isn't it? This turn here. Because he got turned by RR at that point. These two are really going for it.
Uh-oh.
I don't remember the last time we had cameras on a GT4 longer than the TCRs, but this little battle is fascinating.
It really is.
Okay, something has happened to Carl Hardy. Because he's dropped behind David Ayres by 4 seconds.
Might have seen a cake stand or something.
Or a slowdown. Cake slowdown.
Mm.
Wait a minute, pie slowdown. That's right.
Yeah, pies, yeah.
Now, is he talking about American type pies like apple pies, or is he talking like
meat pie?
Meat pies.
Meat
Oh,
pie.
meat pies. Oh yeah, I'd eat a lot of those too. Boy,
If you're in the north, you'd have pie and peas. So you'd have steak
mushy
and
peas.
something pies. Oh, he's had a slowdown, Bill. You're absolutely on the money.
Yep.
Yeah, pie and peas. So you'd have mushy peas with your pie. And this is going on again.
Look at this! Wow, side
So
by each.
again, if Jamie can keep, he's good on the brakes, you see. So if he can keep round there and stuff it down the inside
Look
of
at
here.
that.
Oh no, that was
baby.
netcode,
That
right?
was massive netcode, I
was
think.
Just ridiculous, actually. I'm sure there was about 1.5 feet between those vehicles.
I don't know.
Let's have a look.
That's a shame.
Thank you, Sam, for the replay. Perfectly timed. So he tries to do the inside. Yeah,
Wow.
that's a
It
lot of
wasn't even near him.
No, not even near.
Well, he must feel like he's a target out there tonight. Wow.
He must think he's sat on a carousel. And we've got AAA's camera in set, aka Flymo, because he does spend some time off track, to be fair. Oof. That was a very swiftly closed door there, wasn't it?
Oh!
No, they don't have kick him up. Oh, is that an Andrew Hopley slowdown now?
Like he
No?
scraped the wall. That's Tom Stanley.
This looks like an Andrew Hopley slowdown. That's a lot of curb. And
he's gonna get a slow. There he goes. See,
yeah.
a day and a half later, he'll be able to step on the gas again. This course is wicked for slowdowns. I'll tell you, very long.
It's surprising as well when you get them, especially, taking too much out of the chicanes. You
What the
Oh.
heck was that?
He was trying to shed a slowdown before he got round the corner.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'd like to say I've never done that. Oh dear!
He came around the corner and there was a car there.
There was a Cameron there, but why was Greg Cameron going so slow? Is he shedding a slowdown as well?
Certainly looks that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, but that was a very dangerous way to do it. Yeah, that's basically on the racing line on the exit, and then cuts across the rest of the racing line to get up to speed. Very odd.
So this is the trio that never stopped giving.
I'll tell you, Jamie Wilson's not exactly running away with this race.
He's not, no. I mean, he's got the lead, obviously, and it's going to be difficult to overtake him around this track. Front-wheel drive car, you're very dependent upon the slipstream, especially down this straight. But you've got to get alongside, and I don't know whether they carry that amount of speed. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. Did you know, apparently, there's a guy called Stuart Dick racing on this track as well?
Yeah, allegedly. I think he's about 11 seconds ahead now.
Jeez.
With everybody else getting slowdowns behind him.
See, there he is, just next to that unicorn.
He must feel very lonely out there all by himself.
He's probably giving himself slowdowns in order that he can race against someone.
Uncharacteristically, Andrew Hopley's got four incidents.
Yeah, see, I told you he could still lose this championship.
All he needs to do is magnify that by about, I can't even do the math on that, it's about 200 times.
Kevin Viema looks like he's getting closer here.
He is, but he's going to have to do something pretty dramatic to get past Amy.
Do you not find that Kevin needs 20 minutes to get into the race and then he gets quicker and quicker and quicker? The amount of times we've seen him like before Jamie Wilson turned up, so we would have Chris Shaw leading and pulling away, and he would have a 5, 6, 7, 8 second lead, and then 20 minutes in, Kevin Veermont starts reeling him in, and then we have them fantastic battles between them two.
Yeah, I agree with everything you've just said. He just kind of wakes up halfway through the race.
And he could use about an extra 75 horsepower to get by.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy to overtake Jamie Wilson, that's for certain. And with the TCR, you can see your opponent coming, it has to be said.
And Chris Shaw's closed up on the back as well. He dropped a few car lengths behind, so...
Yeah, I think Kevin's kind of the bubble in the spirit level, though, isn't he? He's kind of moving between the two rather than...
Tom Stanley going past or having a go at Robert Schoenleber.
I think this is Robert Schoenleber trying to get his position back, isn't it?
Could be.
I would have to agree with Pete for this one.
And so you should, I was right.
Yeah.
Never! We're not having that.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've been witness to a first.
I will remove that from
you
the
better
broadcast
not.
afterwards.
Now, that was very straight on from Tom Stanley.
Whoa!
Where did Tom Stanley go? Oh, he went to the pits, right. And Robert Schoenleber nearly did as well, but he didn't want to.
Let's see, is this scheduled? Yes.
Yep.
I love that pit lane.
It's great, isn't
Yeah,
it? You just blast your way in. It's not like Barber, is it?
Oh, God.
I think one of the worst ones is Bathurst. Not that you've ever got as far as pits, Pete,
Yeah,
but
what's that like?
without throwing.
What's the one where you go through effectively a chicane to get in it? What's that one?
Yeah, there is one at Bathurst, isn't there?
Is there?
There's
There's
Right.
like a left and a right and a left.
Yeah, it's
I think
like a snake road kind of.
right. I must have seen it on a picture.
The one at Spa is not the best one either, because you have
Oh,
this
no,
wall
no.
so
Spa.
close, and the airplane at the end
yeah.
on the endurance layout, that just
Yeah, that's silly.
What about the one at Zolder? It's in one spot. It's so narrow you sideswipe like a gas pump or something.
Sorry, Bill.
Uh-oh.
We're watching
No, that's okay.
a Chris Shaw with nobody in front of him.
Yeah, what the heck happened?
yeah. I think a
Has he got
slowdown.
Yeah, everybody's
Yeah.
been the
Oh
victim of
my!
this.
Oh my!
Yeah, he's 4 seconds back all of a sudden.
Yeah.
He'll be kicking himself for that.
He will, because he's lost the toe now, so that's going to be even harder to catch up. Looks like he's going for a drive in the country, doesn't it, when they're doing this?
I don't actually understand where he got it, though.
No. And if you look in front of these guys is Tom Stanley. Or he was. Oh, because he's pitted, of
Have a
course.
look
Yeah.
here. Where did he take liberties?
I think he's
Not
already
there.
got it, has he? He's slow into here. He's already got it. He's trying to get rid of it now.
He must have got it coming out of the final chicane then.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd be surprised if he doesn't get a black flag, because he must have gone through quite a few corners to get to where he was. Oh, yes, that's lots of curb.
Yeah, that's
that was it.
I'll have 2 spoonfuls of curb, please.
There you go. Yeah. Oh, he's in the pits.
Now, is he in the pits for a scheduled stop, or is he in the pits because he's a naughty boy?
That looks like a scheduled stop, I
Scheduled
think. Jamie Wilson stayed out.
Oh, and Carl Hardy has followed everybody in.
Le Mans, that's another horrible pit lane.
Come on, yeah. That's
Oh, yes, it is.
pure evil.
Might be a penalty for Chris Shaw, because
He's
that's
in there a long
long.
time.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was just behind Kevin Viemont, and he's still in the pits, and
Yeah.
Carl Hardy's out already.
Yeah, I think Sam's
got-
right. Or rather, I was right. I'll just say that again.
So he got punished for not satisfying the slowdown quick
Yeah.
enough.
So it's a stop and hold.
It's usually a 40-second one for that as well, isn't it?
Something like that. Yeah, it's a biggie.
Yep.
Now that's Stuart Dick passing double R again. What's the deal there? Or it might have come out.
I
Of the
don't know. Pass. Stuart Dick.
One lap between each other.
okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Because Double R was in the pits for a long time, if we remember. Carl Hardy gets out of the way for the fast guys.
Finally, two months later, here comes Kevin Viemont. Oh no, I'm sorry. Is that Chris Shaw? Yeah, that's Chris
Shaw,
Shaw.
yeah.
So Kevin's come out with a bit of traffic in front of him.
But that'll help him because there'll be a bit of a tow down here for him, so he'll gain a bit of time.
Won't help him if he has to go slow round the corners for Frank, though.
Well, it'll be a little while before he catches him, unless I've got Kevin's capability very, very wrong. And yeah, I have, because he's on him already. Ooh!
Oh boy,
Now, did Frank not know he was there?
that was not.
That
I don't know,
looked,
that was
Kevin, he's not happy about it, so did Kevin do a bit of a dive bomb?
That was not really the best place to pass, to be honest.
No, he's obviously in a rush because he wants to get one up on Jamie. But yeah, oh, that is a bit of a dive bomb. And there was netcode there as well.
Code on that one too.
yeah.
Note to self, don't go on that anywhere near anybody on that corner ever again.
That is a very good overtaking opportunity there, though, because everybody goes out wide
Mm-hmm.
to sweep in.
Yeah.
But you know, it does. You need the cooperation of the other driver to know that you're there.
Yeah, and it lends itself to a block pass, doesn't it? Stuff it up the inside and remove their ability to turn in, and then you've got the line.
So Andrew Hockley pitted.
Yep.
Oh, he's trying to. Oh, wow.
Jamie Jeffrey hasn't.
Yeah. He's drag racing him through to the next turn. A little bit wriggly from Jamie Jeffrey. Woof.
iRacing needs to fix the Cayman.
And Jamie's in. Jamie Wilson is pitted and he's coming out now. He's going to have the lead, I think.
Yeah, he might have it.
It's a nice place to exit.
There he goes. Wow, that's close.
That was close. I thought it was going to be.
Me too.
That is very close.
I thought he had a more lead than that. Wow.
So our leader is in, and second place is in GT4s.
There was some dialogue, I think, between Stewart and Roman, so they must have been very, very close on track at one point. I don't know what the dialogue entails because, well, Stewart speaks a different language.
That's quite the camera view, isn't it?
It is. It really gives you the sense of speed going down there.
I guess.
Kevin's on fire at the moment.
He is, and if we're at the halfway point, then your prediction of him nailing it from this point on is absolutely right. But I think Jamie Wilson's equally as quick. So I feel that he's going to be very difficult to overtake still.
Yeah, and obviously Jamie's first lap out of the pits now. I don't think he took tyres, but the tyres certainly cooled down.
Yeah, and very sadly, Chris Shaw is now nailed to the back of the field by a huge margin.
Cars twitch so much, don't they, when they go over them curbs?
Yeah. Well, the suspension on these TCRs is so stiff that when they hit them, it just flings them into the air.
So Chris Shaw is plumb last in TCR at the moment.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He's absolutely nailed to the back of the field now.
Although...
Oh, that was a touch from Kevin.
Wow. Little white paint on the side of his car, I'll bet you.
Wasn't quite worthy of a holy mackerel, though, Bill.
Nah, got to be more than that. Like on two wheels or something. Something similar to that.
Craig Cameron has come out of the pits in second ahead of Andrew Hockley. They were close, weren't they?
They were,
before Hockley pitted.
They were, and I think they are now. I don't think there's much in it.
Oh, yeah, nope. Yeah, very close. Maybe 4 or 5 cars separation. Maybe a little more. Wow!
I don't know how they manage it. I really don't.
It's coming. It's coming.
Oh, baby.
There's a mackerel coming.
That was close.
Oh, no, don't do that, Andrew. Oh, how's he caught that?
I have no idea.
He was fully...
ridiculous.
Like, at least 3/4 of a car turn.
Like a handbrake turn.
Yeah. I don't know how he's managed to keep that. His tyres must be mush after that, because it doesn't take much to heat these tyres.
No.
He just turned to jelly. I mean, he's got a tyre off on the outside
Yeah,
there.
that's what it was. Yeah.
He's cut the corner, but he's managed to save it. I mean, that's still impressive. If that was, well, I was going to say if that was me, I'd be crushing it, but then that
Yeah,
just
I think
invites lots of insults.
the saving grace there was the way the grass turned the car was actually into the chicane.
Yeah. If it had gone the other way, he'd have been done
Yeah.
for. So this continues. Kevin dropped back a bit, but then has picked up the pace again and pulled himself back onto the back of Jamie Wilson's car.
It's as if, I'm probably wrong, but it's like Kevin fires at him for a couple of laps. If he doesn't get past, then he backs off, cools everything down, and then goes again.
Yeah.
Not a bad strategy.
No, I mean that's optimistic at best, really, isn't it?
Yeah, well.
He's lost some time now as a result of that. You just want to stay in the tow, really, don't you?
Jamie looked close to a slowdown, but I guess he's all right.
Yeah. You generally find out around the next two turns when they park it at the side of the road. But he's not got one because he'd have slowed it up by now if he had.
Good evening to Ivanzo27 on the chat and Jay Queen. Yeah, no idea, Marco, to be honest. He's a bloody nice chap, I know that.
So Andrew Hopley isn't eating into Craig Cameron's lead over him, that has to be said.
Yeah, I was just going to say that it looks that either he's fallen off or Craig Cameron's fallen away. I'm not quite sure what's going on there.
Well, it used to be that Craig only had a 1 second lead over Andrew. Now he's got a 2.3 second lead. So I think there may be a slowdown somewhere in that.
That's possible, yeah.
Yeah, and that mistake in the chicane as well.
Yeah, that's not going to have helped at all. But he didn't seem to lose a lot of time unless he got the slowdown as well for that. Because he did take most of the corner, didn't he? So.
He did, yeah. So Frank Tibosh is in the pits.
I take it David Ayres hasn't stopped yet, correct?
David Ayres hasn't been in yet, no.
Have you seen that he has no numbers on this?
Yeah, I just noticed that, yeah.
This is why you put the
his
slow-mo
numbers
in.
yellow.
Yeah. Maybe they are there, but yellow, I don't know. That's funny.
Who are you talking about?
David Ayres.
Number plates on the side?
Yeah.
They certainly are there.
There's no number on there.
I can see him, 666.
Yeah.
I see him okay.
Have you got trading paints running, guys?
Yeah.
Yep,
actually, Sam, yeah, I can see it on my screen.
But not on the stream.
Broadcast.
Yeah.
Let's see, I'm not watching the broadcast. Okay.
Yeah, Sam cocks up again.
Sam, are you running trading paints?
Is it just him for you, Sam?
Okay, David Ayres is in the pits.
Yeah, you're right, Bill. He's in.
Has that given him any kind of advantage? It doesn't look like it, because...
yeah, these guys are going to be way ahead of him.
There goes Jamie and Kevin.
So
No.
25 minutes to go. Everybody has been in, although Double R might have to come in again because he pitted on lap 3 with that weird pit stop. A question for Sam on the chat because it's a technical one.
Yeah, we've got useful info channel on our Discord if you want to insert your camera. If you don't find all the info you want in this channel, drop me a message on Discord. Gonna check with you how to get it done.
So Stuart Dick still has an 8-second lead over Craig Cameron.
He does, and Andrew Hopley's now caught Craig Cameron again.
He's closing again, isn't he? Yeah.
And Tom Stanley's been caught by AAA. So both of those battles are on now.
Triple A's been round twice, hasn't he?
Yes.
Both looked like some net code involved.
They did, yeah. It's unfortunate, really, because that's really what split the field up for a time. But it always seems to be the same. Oh, I think David Ayres has come out right in front of Carl Hardy.
Here he has, hasn't he?
Yeah. So that'll carry on for a while, I think.
That'll be a good battle.
I think Andrew Hopley has just overtaken Craig Cameron, funnily enough, off camera, or did we see it?
Oh, it shows on the scoreboard though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that a slowdown for Craig Cameron? Because Hopley was still a second and a half back.
Yeah, you're going to have to live with me for a minute while I reboot the broadcasting, the timing software.
And evening to Marco Namela on the chat. And I think you're right. Jamie is driving all the cars. So Ayres and Hardy are really close together now.
Double R's in the pits.
Yeah, I thought he might have to pit again. We're having some big technical issues at the moment.
Yeah, SDK Gaming seems to decide to not working today.
Yeah, that's what I've got going on as well, which is why I was saying you'll have to bear with me. I just reloaded it, but it's not doing anything for me.
Okay, Double R's on his way out of the pits. Sadly, he's still in last place in the GT4s due to the little incidents and the mystery pit stop that he did on lap 3, which we hopefully will find out about. Stuart Dick still plugging along in first place.
Here's
It's
Yang.
back for me, guys.
Oh, right. And Carl Hardy is now all over the back of David Ayres.
Yeah, he has been for a little while. I've been watching this while we've been having our technical
look at this, look at-
issues.
Oh, he's on him like gravy on a pie.
Which one's which?
Carl Hardy's on the inside.
I think the yellow is Carl, and the other one is Frank T. Bush.
Now, Carl Hardy's in the front, and David Ayres is the car right behind him.
I think Sam's being funny.
Yeah, I try at least.
It's Jimmy Custodden.
Is there any more of them?
There is, isn't there? Roger Morton.
Oh yeah.
It appears Craig Cameron's ahead of Andrew Hopley again.
Yeah, that happened before.
Oh, I thought you said it was the other way around.
It was, and then they switched again while we were kind of off air in inverted commas.
Okay.
Here we go. This is going to end in
This will be a little crowded. Oh!
Yeah. Oh, and
then backed out of that just in time, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
Andrew Hopley, I believe, got into the back of Craig Cameron, though, I believe. If he didn't, it was very close.
Even into Tony Kloosterman on the chat. So, there's a second between Cameron and Hopley again.
Uh-oh. Looks like
Kevin
Beaumont just did a Bingham.
Nice.
The Phantom, not the Crasher, the Phantom.
Yeah.
I don't know, I think they exaggerated a little bit about you on crashing, Pete.
No, don't.
I was going to say...
I watched him at Virginia the other night and we're certainly not overestimating Pete's crashing ability.
That looks like a slowdown.
I was going to say, Bill, no, they're not exaggerating at all.
Ah, jeez. Pete, you play right into their hand. I don't tell you.
At least I'm honest about it. Clyde's been denying that he's ugly for years.
He looked like he cut the corner that time, but, well, seems to be getting away with it. And that's the furthest Kevin Beaumont's been away from Jamie Wilson in a while, I think.
Yeah, I think so. And
yeah, Hopley's closing on Cameron again.
He's done that before, though. It's a bit old hat now, isn't it? David Ayres is... oh, give him a push, go on, give him a push.
He did, he gave him a little shot. A little bumpy bump.
Yeah. Some love taps that'll be repaid at work tomorrow, no doubt.
Yeah, it's not over, Carl.
So Stuart Dix managed to forge himself an 11-second lead at the minute.
Boy.
That's impressive.
Took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to say that's an impressive race.
It is. Craig Cameron's in second, but he's only in second by one and a bit seconds now.
Yeah, not taking anything away from Stuart, but Craig Cameron and Andrew Hopley have had about 3 laps worth of slowdowns each.
They've had an awful lot, yeah, absolutely. So Chris Shaw went right round the outside of Frank T. Bosch there.
So that's 1 position back for Chris.
And he's done well to get that. He was 30 seconds behind the next nearest car at one point. Whoa! Here comes David Ayres.
David has done him.
Yeah.
David has done him.
That was gifted. Oh! Oh, that was so close. He's not going to be happy about that. I think he tagged the wall as well, or the tyres just before the wall.
If he didn't, he was very close.
Yeah. Hard to tell whether he's got scuff marks or damage. These Audis are strangely shaped at the best of times, aren't they? I think he has. If you look at the vent on the right-hand side at the back, it's bent in. So he has tagged it. I don't think it'll do anything negative to his car.
Well, that will be his excuse if David beats him.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, you're not going to look that gift horse in the mouth, are you, to have an excuse for it?
So, Clyde, what do we have? About 15 minutes left, roughly?
Yeah, just under 15 minutes.
And we're on lap 26, I guess we are.
We are, yes, we're about to start lap 27 with our leader very shortly.
And here comes AAA behind the whatever the
Jamie
name of the
Jeffrey, that is.
And that's Stuart Dick chasing.
Yeah.
So he's about to put a lap on Jamie.
Oh.
That's how commanding his control of this race has been. Look how he reels that in there just on that. Is that the turn 4? No, turn 3.
Tough little complex right here. This left right seemed to do fine on it.
Yeah, he's extending his lead at the minute as well. He's now over 11.5 seconds ahead of Craig Cameron.
I think Hopley's had another slowdown.
Definitely, he's now 5 seconds off the back of Craig Cameron. We need to rename the event, Clyde, into something with the words slow and down in it somewhere.
So Kevin Veermont is still hassling Jamie Wilson.
Circuit, do slow down.
Is that your best
Whoa,
friend?
hang on, Kevin,
Kevin.
hang on.
Oh, that's torn it.
He got a little wild.
He did. I mean, Kevin's got an eternity in terms of gap behind him to the next TCR, which will be David Ayres now. Although Carl Hardy looks like he's closing in on David again. Kevin's got it all to do again to pull back onto the back of Jamie Wilson's TCR.
Yeah, I think the Ayres Hardy battle is the closest one we've got at the moment.
Oh, you know, there's a lot of animosity in those cars, let me tell you. Bragging rights, per se.
Shall we do an onboard lap with Carl?
Yeah, go on then. Struggling to get it turned around that one.
He likes to bounce it on the limiter, I'd say.
Yeah, you'd probably lose time if you switched up. It's front wheel drive, isn't it? So when the clutch kicks in again, you almost lose a bit of time to gain speed.
Yeah.
So it's not worth it if you're at the top end of your rev range and you're about to come off the gas again.
That's good to know. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah, almost. He had an opening there. Too bad.
He did, but he was taking the line so shallow, he got no drive off it.
Yeah. These cars are so close, it's hard to power by somebody unless they make a big mistake.
Somebody's passing on the left there, Tom Stanley.
Yeah.
Okay.
Grab as much toe as you can, Carl.
Look at this. Look at this.
Oh,
He's not going to stop it,
No,
is
no,
he?
no, no, no.
Oh, that's close.
Whoa!
I tell you what, he got a hell of a toe, and he was
did, didn't he?
really
Yeah.
late on the brakes.
Certainly did. You are absolutely correct.
Oh, David pulls across the front of Carl's car. Says, "No, you're not." Oh, is that a nudge? Nope. He's managed to not hit him there. That's impressive. Bit of a bad line through there for Carl.
I think Carl's struggling more with his front tyres than David is at the moment.
Seems to be. David seems to be driving a bit smoother, doesn't he? Although that isn't. That was about as wide as you can go without getting an off track somewhere over that right hand side. I think Stuart Dick's going to have to do something like set his car on fire in order to get any footage.
Yeah.
And
But do the
just-
last lap backwards.
Yeah. There he is. Told you he was on the track.
And he's still behind Jamie Jeffrey.
Yeah, what's that about? That's very strange, isn't it?
So just under 9 minutes to go.
Yeah, Jamie Jeffrey near the end of the race has come alive.
He has, yeah. It's a little late. Is he the last GT4? He is, isn't he?
Yeah.
And he's got quite a gap to cross to get to double R.
He's at 11 incidents also.
Hmm.
Not hard to do on this track.
No, it's not. You're right. And looks like Jamie's dropped Kevin.
Yeah, I don't think Kevin's recovered from that that mistake a couple of laps ago.
Hmm.
Oh, the whoops-de-doo, yeah.
Yeah.
Technical term, that, folks. Whoops-de-doo. You can put a lot of misdemeanors in that sentence.
The term ringing out a car. That's what Jamie Wilson's doing.
Yeah.
Boy.
He took a lot of curb on that previous
He certainly
corner.
did. I've been noticed the last few times he's been doing that. Surprised he don't get a slowdown for that. Really.
Yeah, I mean, it must be one that he knows he can get away with.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think Stuart Dick is now cruising because his gap's reduced to only, and I say that very tongue-in-cheek, 9.8 seconds. Craig Cameron behind still has his 5-second or so lead, or is that 6-second lead now, over Andrew Hopley.
Oh, Andrew's not even in the same frame. Oh.
I think he's the victim of one or maybe more than one slowdown.
Yeah. I'm telling you, the slowdowns here are very tough on you. Very tough.
Do you think that there's anyone that's not had a slowdown?
I don't remember Stuart Dick coasting along the road, it has to be said. I think he's managed to keep it the cleanest of everybody. Hence why he's now got a 10-second lead again.
Even Pete got one.
He's got one, has he?
Yeah. Even you got one, Pete.
I got a slowdown. Well, that's a mental slowdown. That doesn't really count, does it?
Well, let me ask you this: if you got a slowdown, would you have an incident point as well? Do you think?
Not always. Some of the tracks are
Okay.
very strange. You can attract a slowdown with no incidents.
Okay.
So, I'm not saying it is here.
Well, there's 3. I showed 4 people that don't have incidents, so I don't know. If they can do that on this track, they're magicians.
Yeah, I don't go fast enough to get slowdowns. iRacing takes pity on me.
Yeah, Pete gets speed ups.
Yeah. And that doesn't help me at all. All that does is make me crash. On that race that you watched, Glad, it was a massive off, though, wasn't it?
That was, yeah.
I was postcodes away from the track.
Now, Andrew Hopley's really on it because he's, after all his problems, AAA's right on his back bumper right now. Well, not quite on the back bumper, but he's closing in quick.
He is closing in. Andrew's still carrying that damage, but I'd have thought he'd have got that fixed in his pit stop. Or did he incur that afterwards?
Well, I thought he tail-ended somebody in the last chicane there, just not too long ago. Maybe.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know if he was in before that or after. I don't remember.
But maybe that's enough for him to not have top speed.
Could be.
Because you're right, AAA is about to do him here if he gets in his slipstream. I don't know how much Andrew will fight if he is down on pace. He must be down on pace. I mean, look how he's caught him. Oh,
Yeah.
maybe not. AAA's tucked back in, so he can take the corner better, but
Wow.
he took a huge amount of curb.
See the full underside of his car there.
Yeah.
Kind of gray colored, isn't it?
Oh, that's wide from Andrew.
Whoa, there we go. He's through. Well, kinda.
Yeah. Never quite done, is it?
No, he's got him though.
Yeah. So that promotes AAA into a podium position.
After the 2 total clusters that he went right to the back of the field, pretty decent.
Yeah.
Talk about never giving up. He's been charging all day. Andrew Hopley's car is awfully loose.
It is. I think if we get AAA into the interview booth, then Sam needs to find the track "You Spin Me Round" by Dead or Alive that we play in the background while we're interviewing him.
You're getting abused on the V8 ESC chat, Pete. Just to
Am
let
I?
you know.
Oh, where's this? In Discord?
Yeah, in Discord. Tony just
man.
said maybe they could broadcast the 1000. Would be great practice for Pete to get names correct. Sorry, Tony, but that has to be said on the broadcast.
Even a gentleman like Tony's picking on you, Pete. I don't know what's going on here.
Tony, really?
He's like the silent assassin, isn't he?
He is, yeah. That's totally left. I thought he was a nice bloke. I really did.
Well, here's a couple teammates together, even though they're in different cars.
Don't change the subject, Bill. I'm still feeling hurt. And that's enough of hearing about Terence Kloosterman, that's for sure.
Whoa. got to be near the end here. One more lap, maybe? I don't know. What do we got going here, guys?
Haven't got a bit of time yet.
No,
No?
no, I think this is it.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's gonna be one hour before he. Yep, it's 1 hour right now.
It is.
Oh, here we go.
Yep, he's gonna get the checkered flag.
Stuart
Well
Dick
done,
takes
Stuart
the
Dick.
win. Well done.
Excellent, good job. Well
And
done, matey.
And in about 45 minutes, Craig Cameron might cross the line.
There's Craig right there. He's over the line. And we got AAA and Andrew Hopley coming next somewhere.
How did AAA get ahead of Andrew Hopley? What did I miss?
Passed him.
He passed him.
Right, sorry, I was replying to a message.
Were you winding Tony Clearston up?
No, no.
I don't think Clyde would do a thing like that, Pete.
So Tom Stanley comes home 5th, Robert Schoenleber in 6th. Rob Venn should cross the line next in GT4s as Jamie Wilson comes round to win in TCR. Rob Venn 7th in GT4.
There's Double R in 8th. He's not quite there yet. He had quite the battle all day, Double R.
So Jamie Jeffrey's about to cross the line to win now, isn't he?
No, he's behind Double R. Okay, Double R has crossed the line.
Yep. In 9th place.
Yeah, that's it. That's everybody across the line.
That's true, yep. Kevin Viamont and Jamie Jeffrey, the last two across the line.
So your finishing order in GT4 is first was Stuart Dick, second Craig Cameron, third Abdul Al Amri, fourth Andrew Hopley, fifth Tom Stanley, sixth Robert Schoenleber, seventh Rob Venn, eighth Romain Bratu, and ninth Jamie Jeffrey.
And in the TCRs, Jamie Wilson gets to take the trophy home from Montreal. Kevin Viamont in 2nd place. Might feel a little bit frustrated because he was all over Jamie Wilson even for most of that. David Ayres finished in 3rd. Carl Hardy in 4th. Chris Shaw in 5th. He'll be disappointed by that. He will have got a black flag, so hopefully he'll be in the chat and find out about that. And Frank T-Bosch in 6th.
Excellent. So, we've got nobody waiting for an interview yet, but I'm sure we will do. And we must remember to ask Double R about his pit stop.
Yeah.
So, small field, but we had some fantastic racing. Great win for Stuart. Like you say, you spin me round AAA. We see him go round more times than anybody else. Andrew Hopley just had, I think he had slowdown after slowdown. In the TCR field, Jamie Wilson proving again that he can jump in most cars and do well. But Kevin Viamont will be, although it wasn't a win, he'll be happy with his 2nd place, and especially with Chris Shaw finishing 5th. I think that takes a lot of the pressure off of him for the championship. He's going to have the mother of all bad luck next week at the Charlotte Roval, which is quite possible. To not win that championship. Pete, what did you make of the race?
I think at the beginning, the first 2 or 3 laps, a bit scrappy, and that's what caused the GT4 field to split. There was some good racing, you're absolutely right. Stuart Dick has absolutely taken it to the rest of the field and just disappeared. He's checked out fully. a very un-Andrew Hopley-like race, it has to be said. The result boys competing pretty much all race, with the exception of a couple of laps where pit stops were involved, etc. And then some netcode, which was a bit annoying. I don't like to see the netcode incidents, but they were there, sadly. I think AAA has done really well to get a podium. Stuart Dick's done fantastically well to get a win. Jamie Wilson's not run away at all with that TCR victory, because Kevin Viermont was on him, and it was a real shame that Chris Shaw appears to have invited a black flag on himself, which has done him for the race, really, hasn't it?
Yeah, and I think if we get Jamie Wilson to do a full season, there's going to be a fantastic battle up the front there in TCRs. Plus, we'll be hitting the advertising heavy for season 2, so we're hoping to have much bigger grids as well. Bill, what did you take from that race?
I thought it was pretty interesting. Of course, I know Montreal is really tough on slowdowns, and Stuart Dick, I think, got to the front. Well, he drove very well, but I think a lot of it had to do with getting a lot less slowdowns than the other guys, and made a big difference here. AAA, wonderful job to get back after being spun twice, going to the back of the field and getting up and finishing on the podium in 3rd place. Really a spirited drive from the back. And of course, the TCR guys, a little battle up front. Jamie Wilson basically was in command all day. I mean, Kevin Viermont was there to show him that he wasn't going away, but I don't really, in my honest opinion, don't think he could have gotten by him. But hey, you know, of the regular guys, he finished number 1 again, which is excellent. So it was really a good race all around, considering that, and a tough day for Andrew Hopley. I forgot to say, holy mackerel, Andrew, I'm sorry, but you know, you had a rough day today. There's your holy mackerel for you. So anyway, it was fine with me. I had a good time, and Montreal's a tough track, and I give these guys credit for coming home where they did.
Yeah, and tough tracks. We'll talk about that next week. So at the moment, we've got David Ayres and Carl Hardy waiting for an interview. Now, Carl usually likes to come in with somebody else, but I'm going to bring David Ayres in for you, Pete, and we'll see if we can get the rundown from him without Carl Hardy listening in live.
Good evening, David Ayres. How are you doing this fine evening?
Hello, young sir. I'm good. Yourself?
Yeah, not bad. So a 3rd place result there for you. You see what I did with the result word there? I thought that was really clever, but never mind. You got gifted one of those positions because Chris Shaw, we think, got a horrendous black flag somewhere in that race. You've beaten Carl Hardy, so you're buzzing, right?
Oh, I enjoyed the battle with Carl immensely. That was the best part of it. Not so much coming 3rd, but just the battle with Carl. Thoroughly enjoyable.
So did you experience any of the horrific slowdowns that some of the other guys were getting? Although most of the slowdowns we did see in GT4, not TCR. Did you get any on your racing at all?
No, I'm a good, clean Christian boy, mate. I keep it within the white lines.
And also a prolific liar. So, tell us about your race then in general. I mean, the start was fairly rudimentary, wasn't it? And then it kind of split up a little, and then there was all sorts of other stuff going on around you. Mostly the GT4s were getting in your way.
Yeah, they slow you down a fair bit through the hairpin at the start of the lap and up to that first chicane. But yeah, I changed my fuel strategy slightly this week, whereas I put less in for the first half of the race and trying to run the car as light as possible for the entire race. It seems to have worked, and I think just Carl having that French tick the other day was just too much and just slowed him down.
Yeah. So, what's the plan, Clad? Are you bringing Carl in as part of this, or are we going to
No. We're going to one at a time tonight.
Right. In that case, David, you get a whole time to yourself to thank who you'd like to thank tonight.
I'd just like to thank all the result boys, and obviously you lot for the excellent broadcast. And obviously thank Result Clothing for the.
Is that a bird in the background?
Yeah, I've got 2 parrots in there.
I thought so. It sounded like it. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, we've got one in here. He's called Clyde.
That was a monkey.
Yeah. He gets paid peanuts as well. So yeah, third place result, David. Excellent effort there. And hope to see you in the next race.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely be there. Yeah, thanks a lot, lads. I've thoroughly enjoyed that tonight.
Okay, so that was David Ayres. Now let's bring in his teammate and 4th in TCR, Carl Hardy. Welcome to the booth.
Hello, you all right?
Yeah, now David has just been telling us how he should have been beating you all season because he's got far much more talent than you have. You're a rubbish driver. I think he's proved his point tonight.
I'll let him win.
To be fair, it was a cracking battle.
Oh, we loved it. Obviously, you can imagine we were having a right little chuckle in the Discord.
Yeah,
it was good. Loved it.
Obviously, you guys work together. Just something, for the viewers watching. On a Thursday and a Friday at work, is there lots of banter between you two, depending on who beat who on the Wednesday night?
No, not really. No, because it's normally me winning, and he gets grumpy. So I can't handle a grumpy Dave. This way, he's going to be happy tomorrow, so he might make the coffees all day.
Yeah, you'll be lucky. Was you a victim of a slowdown at all? Because it seems like everybody else was.
2.
Yeah, I thought as much.
Yeah, I had 2. Which because in practice I was getting them every single lap.
So so to get 2 in an hour, that's a definite improvement.
Done all right, don't I? See?
Yeah. And one final question for you. We go into the season finale next Wednesday at the Charlotte Roval. That's going to be a funny race, isn't it?
I haven't really done a lot round it. That's the one with the 2 funny little bus stoppy chicaney things, isn't it?
Yeah, and I don't know whether I think they've changed it slightly since the last time I raced there, but the last one was a car killer.
The last time I drove it, the last chicane was pretty much flat out straight through, but they've recently done something to that, haven't they?
Yeah, it is different. So you're going to need to get plenty of practice in this week.
No, I'll just blag it.
All right. Well,
I've got to practice for all this Z4 stuff you keep on making me race.
Well, it's thick and fast at the moment. So
loving it. You guys are doing a great job.
Excellent. That's always nice to hear. So before we let you go, Carl, anybody you'd like to thank?
To the Result crew, obviously. Dave for obviously coming third. He done really, really well. He won't mind me saying, but he was shocking in practice. And he was like, I'm in an R in, rah, 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 rah. I'm slow this, I'm slow that, but he done really, really well. And just you guys, everyone who raced tonight, it was really, really good racing, as far as I know. I heard a few moans and groans over the channel, but that was fine. That's what you get. But yeah, no, all in all, you lot for doing what you do.
Yeah, most of the accidents we see, to be fair, had some net code involved in it. Before I let you go, Carl, I've got one message for you, and I'm sure you'll pass it on to the right person. GT3 paints.
Yeah, we're waiting for the Safeguard, which is a new paint, and a workwear paint to come through.
Okie dokie. All right then.
Yeah, we're not all going to be in red and white. You'll be glad to know.
Excellent. That's what we like to hear.
Yeah, we're just waiting for them to come through, mate, and we're passing through to you. Should be this week coming.
Brilliant. Okie dokie. So congratulations on your 4th place, Carl Hardy.
Yeah, cheers, mate. All right, take care, you lot.
Okay, Pete. So we've only got one more person at the moment left to interview, and that is our second place TCR driver, Kevin Viermont.
Kevin, good evening.
Good evening.
So, a second place there. You were hot on Jamie's heels for felt like the entire race, to be fair, with only a little bit of gap in between when you were doing different pit stop strategies. Chris Shaw kind of granted you less pressure by ending up with a black flag, we think, although he's not here to ask that. You must feel really good about the points haul that you've got over Chris.
Yeah. It's a technical race because with Jamie behind me, it's difficult for the pit lane. And I wait Jimmy pit, but he pit later. And for Chris, I don't say he have black flag. In race, maybe slow down, but I don't know for the black flag. It's
Yeah, he was in his pit box for a massive amount of time, well over 40 seconds. So we think he incurred a penalty, which got added to his pit stop.
okay.
But other than that, you seem to have a very clean race, really. Possibly you tagged the wall here and there, but that's what Montreal is all about. How do you feel your race went? Did you get many slowdowns?
No, I manage my race. Maybe I am a little faster than Jamie, but it's very difficult to overtake in the Wall of Champions, and it's I prefer finish 2 and let pass Jimmy first.
Right. Okay. And have you spoken to Roman since the race?
Yes.
Did he say what happened to him on his first pit stop? He was in the pits for ages.
He have a black flag and black flag, and you're angry than Tom because the black flag.
Right.
And,
Okay.
I don't say anymore.
No, fair enough. Don't want to get dragged into that one. Is there anybody you'd like to thank before we let you go?
Yes, I would like to thank my partner, my teammate, my teammate Romain, and my team Mecha Sport.
Brilliant stuff. Congratulations on your second place, Kevin Viermont.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, so we had one more person sneak into the interview room, and that is our TCR winner, Jamie Wilson. Welcome to the booth.
Hello, I thought I'd see how long you can stretch a broadcast for.
We can do this all night. I think you've only done a couple of races with us. That's your first TCR win with us.
Blimey, you have got a short memory.
Did you win last week?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's not living that down for a week.
God, and I've just looked at the results as well. And you know why? Because I looked at Belle Isle and not Virginia. That's why. Sorry, Jamie. I do apologise.
Something.
So that race, you took control at the start. Kevin seemed to drop away from you. And then we were saying on the broadcast, after about 20 minutes, Kevin seems to come back to life, managed to close the gap onto you, but you're hard to pass. You know where to put your car, the right places on the track. And the TCR is not an easy car to overtake in, is it? Because unless you do some sort of stupid 3-mile dive bomb.
Yeah, I think at the start I probably ragged the tyres a bit. And it takes a while for them to kind of come back to you. And I think Kevin kind of did the same thing a bit later on. It was interesting though, because although the gap kind of remained similar-ish, we were playing kind of lap time tennis a bit. I had some weird pace advantage that was like huge for some reason coming out of turn 2 through turn 3, the 3, 4, and then 6, 7 kind of chicanes. I'd pull out like 2.5, 3 tenths, and then he'd claw it back all the way around the rest of the lap. And it was that sort of balance that kind of made it quite interesting. I wasn't relaxed at any point until the last lap of that race.
Yeah, I think we see towards the end, we think Kevin had a slight brush on the wall of champions. And we know sometimes, a slight brush can take your top end speed away. But what seemed to happen is he dropped obviously behind you and then couldn't get that gap back at all. So in the end, I think it was a masterful race from yourself. And obviously, we'd love to see you do a full season. We know you're really busy, but we'd love to see you do a full season and take it to some of these guys that have been having their own way in the TCRs. From your point of view, how did that race go? And are you going to be around for the Charlotte Roval?
Certainly planning on that, and that's going to be a bit of a nightmare in the front-wheel drive car, because of the nature of the track, it's just going to murder the tyres. So that'll be quite interesting, as we saw here. With me killing mine quite early on, how that's going to work out will be entertaining, I'm sure. And yeah, it was a race of constant pressure. The key thing in that situation is don't defend unless you have to. And then there was a point where I thought, if I stay out a bit longer, then I can kind of bugger up his pit entry. So I've stayed out a bit longer than perhaps I would have done normally, because he had to compromise his and I didn't mine, which worked out quite well, because there was about as much space as a gnat's proverbial when we came out the pits. So yeah, no, it was interesting, and in terms of the championship, I'm trying to stay out of it the best way I can, which is to beat both of them. So mission accomplished, 2 out of 3 on that so far. I'm not sure what happened to Chris. He just seemed to just disappear, which is a shame. But yeah, not sure if I'm doing next season yet. As I say, I've got a bunch of leagues on. Some of them clash, some of them don't. So we'll see how that pans out near the time.
Yeah, we think Chris got a massive black flag for not serving a slowdown penalty and sort of took himself out of the race. But we're looking forward to next week, end of season. Very, very strange track, and hopefully a bigger grid and a lot more action. So congratulations on your second TCR win. Jamie Wilson, anybody you'd like to thank before we let you go?
Kevin for a great battle. He probably had the pace on me on aggregate over a lap. He just couldn't exploit it. And as always, you guys for organising the leagues, plural, and the broadcast as usual. And I suppose thanks to me in a sense, because I did a bit of myth busting tonight. I put a pie on the back of the car to see if it improved Carl's pace, and it didn't.
Excellent.
So science has been achieved.
Excellent. Yes, we got our own version of Mythbusters. So brilliant. Okay, Jamie. Well, thanks for joining us in the booth, and we'll let you go.
Cheers, guys.
So that was Jamie Wilson, your TCR winner. Now, we didn't pick up that pie, did we?
I wondered what it was, and I'll tell you after the broadcast had finished what I thought it was when he was going round. It's not worth discussing it.
I must admit, I did see something on the back of his car, but didn't take any notice of it whatsoever.
Well, he's got a good close-up of it now.
Look, Pymera.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's very good. Like that, Jamie. Wonder if Carl's noticed that yet.
He's trying to eat his screen at the minute.
like I say, we've done a race recap. It wasn't a big field, but we still had some fantastic racing. So what have we got left for you this week? Well, we've got a busy week. So Friday night, we are back with the iRacing official supercar series. Friday night, European Strength of Field race. Saturday night, we are in V8 action again with the Racetech V8 ESC Cup. Sunday, the Virtual Racing Association BSTV Grand Touring Club Cup kicks off with Media Day from Snetterton. We've got a full 60 drivers signed up for that. We're expecting a massive grid for Snetterton, so make sure you tune in and watch that. And then next Wednesday, we will be back with this series for their season finale at the fantastic Charlotte Roval. So I think that's about all we've got for tonight, guys. Quickie from Sam. It was a bit easier for you on the cameras tonight, Sam?
More or less. At some point it was easier, but overall still a lot of battles. A bit less, but still people battling at the front in the TCR. So yeah, they still keep me busy even with 15, 20 people. That's good.
And I just thought we was a Scott Malcolm missing tonight.
We were, yeah.
Yeah, that's a shame. Anyway, so we will close the broadcast. I've been Clyde Whiting. I'd like to say thank you to everybody that drives in the series. Thanks to everybody that watches us. Hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, visit our merchandise store. And I never remember everything that I'm supposed to say, but I'm sure the guys will pick up on anything that I've missed. So I will say good night, let the guys say good night, and then we'll close the broadcast. So good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Tune in next time. It'll be just as exciting as this one.
Okay, good night, everybody. Thanks to my colleagues, and appreciate the subscribers and the watchers. And like Clyde said, hit that like button. We really appreciate it. Hope to see you on the next event.
Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you on Friday.